Happy New Year. Today's video is dedicated to this guy right here, John Jr., my cat. Passed away on September 22nd of this year, and I miss him a lot. I think about him every second of my day. I know a few of you have lost a pet this year, and one of you actually let me know in the comments that you went back and watched the video I made about my dog a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, and it means a lot to me that you guys remember stuff like that. Every once in a while I like to make these videos just talking to you guys from the heart, because you know there's actually someone behind the computer screen, you know, and that's why I always answer comments, because I'm a person with a life and you guys are people who have your own lives as well, and a lot of you have become friends of mine. Unfortunately, I haven't met a lot of you in person, but even though I haven't, I still consider you guys a friend. I've been doing YouTube for 10 years now, across multiple channels, and I've known a few of you for 10 years. A lot of you are new friends. A lot of you I've known for several years. I read every single comment, and I enjoy the interaction I have with you guys. I've been wanting to make this video about my cat and dedicating a video to my cat and talking to you guys from the heart. This was a good year. If you have been friends with me for several years, you probably noticed that some years have been better than others for me, and this is one of the best years I've ever had in my life. And I made a lot of changes in the last 3 years. The main change I wanted to make was cutting out all the negative people out of my life. I look at the videos I made on this channel, and I look at videos I made on my other channel, and I like the person I am this year. I like the fact that I'm more positive this year, more than any other year of my life, and I want to continue improving as a person. I'm a pretty keep to myself sort of person. I'm a pretty quiet guy. I'm kind of a square. I'm not really an exciting guy. I just, you know, like making videos for YouTube. I like talking about my hobbies. I like having projects, and I keep to myself, and that's why I don't really show my face much. You know, I'm not a spotlight seeker. But the past year, I've been reaching out to you guys more and trying to open up more to making new friends, or, you know, getting to know friends even more. And that's why I added a lot of you on my personal Facebook. I don't go on Facebook much. I'm not a big Facebook guy. I'm more into YouTube. But I added you guys on my personal Facebook, some of you. And if you want me to add you guys to my personal Facebook, just drop me a line. But the best place to contact me is always through YouTube. The message I really want to talk about today is be positive. Being positive and cutting negative influence out of your life. It's a big change, and something personal that I don't really share with people, but I'll share with you guys. I figure whoever's watching this video, there's about 50 of you guys that I recognize. I recognize about 50 screen names, you know, and there's a few that stop by almost all my videos, but there's about 50 of you guys that I recognize. So I figure anyone watching this video right now and watching it to the end are people who consider me a friend. And the reason why I'm dedicating this to my cat is because from the age of around 25, 26 to like 32, 33 years old, a lot of times I didn't even want to be alive. I don't talk about it, and I never talked about it. I'm not a person who posts memes, like negative memes for attention. I just kind of always kept it to myself, because I like to think that I'm an old school guy, you know, and as a guy, I'm supposed to be tough, you know, suck it up and deal with it. But there have been times where I didn't want to be alive anymore. And the one thing that kept me wanting to go is I do have a fear of God. You know, I'm not trying to be religious here. And my pets, I never wanted to off myself, take my own life away, because I never wanted to make my pets an orphan, because I love them so much. They are the ones that kept me alive and kind of kept me balanced in life, and that's why they mean so much to me. Like I said, I keep to myself, but my love for them just is over anything else in this world. Like, I adore them, and every time one of them passes away, it's like a piece of my heart gone. It really is. I think about them every second of my life. There's not one second of my day that I'm not thinking about them. My dog, he passed away 2 years ago. I made a video about him. My cat just recently passed away. I wish my pets could live forever, and I think that all of us who care about a pet wishes the same. But he passed away at a time where I'm okay now, because I have been making... When I look back at my life, I was a very negative person, and I always had that mentality that life sucks. The point I'm at in my life now, I don't think life sucks anymore. And when I was with my cat, the last moments of his life, I was talking to him. I actually got to watch him pass away. I watched him take his last breath. I talked to him, and I told him thank you. Thank you for being there for me. I told him I'm gonna miss him, and I love him very much. And I told him it's okay now. I'm alright now. You know, you were with me when I needed you the most, and I don't want you to suffer anymore. And if you pass today, it's okay. I'm gonna miss you, and I'm gonna think about you every day, but I'm alright now. And I kept telling him that I'm okay now, and I am. And I told him my life never sucked. As negative as I was in the past, my life never sucked, because I had him. And I had my dog Chunk, and I had my other cats. I had them in my life, and my life never sucked. I just needed to appreciate it more. And I told him I appreciate you, and thank you. The first 6 months of this year was really good. It was really good. Like, I cut all the negative influences out of my life. All the negative, the type of friends I had, and you might have seen this meme before. They would post memes being jealous of other people and being negative of others. Like, a meme most of my friends shared was this meme of a yacht, and it said something like, "Excuse me while I park my boat in my other boat." Why are you going to be jealous of other people's success? Why are you going to be jealous of what other people accomplished and be negative? And I realized all my friends are like that. And I cut those sort of people out of my life, because all they ever talked about was life being horrible. And it was dragging me down. And a couple of years ago, I realized that's the type of people that are in my life, and I don't want it anymore. So this year started off really, really good. The only bad thing that happened to me this year is John Jr. passing away. I love that guy so much. I named him after me, John Jr. I adore that guy. I think about him every second of my day, but that's the only negative thing that happened in my life. And then in June, Brooke came along, and I was smitten by Brooke, and you probably have heard me mention her several times. I was very smitten by her because she was always a very positive person, and that's the type of person I wanted in my life, and that's why I gravitated towards Brooke. And if she didn't come along, I would have took John Jr.'s passing a lot harder than I did. You know, I miss him, man. I miss him I think about him all the time. I put him as my wallpaper so I could see him every day, because my feelings towards life is that, you know, a lot of people want to forget so they could, like, the pain could go away. I don't want to forget. I feel like no one passes away as long as they're always remembered. And that's why I always want to see him. When I look at my phone, I always see him. And I miss him. And he gave me strength, and he gives me strength now to just cherish life. And that's the best message I could give you guys, to my friends watching this. Cut the negative influences out of your life. You'll be surprised how much better your life is. I never go through life anymore thinking it sucks. I always try to look at the positive now, because I lived so many years being negative, and I don't want to be negative anymore. You know, I just want to take this time. To, you know, kind of talk to you guys and let you guys know that I do read your comments, and I appreciate your friendship very much. You know, you guys who stop by in my comments, even if you're not stopping by all the time, if we have ever chatted about life through the comments on the YouTube comments, I'll listen to you guys. And for you guys who have lost a pet this year, yeah, I know the pain, man. I think about it all the time. It's like, the best way I could describe it is that a part of you is sad forever, but you gotta keep moving forward. And when John Jr. passed away, like I said, I told him, thank you for all those years when I was down on myself and I didn't want to be alive. Like, I really believed that he stuck around with me so long because he knew I wasn't ready for him to be gone yet. And the day he passed away, I knew it was coming. The day I got home, he started crying. And I think he was saying goodbye to me. You know, he knew he was going, you know, and he was saying goodbye. And that's why I told him it's alright if you're saying goodbye. Told him I'm going to miss him a lot. But at the same time, I told him, I appreciate you. I appreciate you because, fuck, man. There were years I didn't want to be alive anymore. Cherish your pets. You know, I've mentioned it a few times in my videos. Like, the best thing that has come out of YouTube for me is seeing my pets, you know, like seeing just random videos, and I backed up every file that I've ever done, and when I just see my pets hanging out in a video, I'm like, fuck, that was my life. You know, those are my guys, man. Those are my buddies, and they've always been there for me. Cherish that. I know a lot of you guys are pet people. Enjoy every single day, because you can't get that time back. And I like to think that every day I took advantage of it, because I've been, you know, I've had multiple pets now that are not with me anymore, you know, gone. Like, I'm counted off right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like five pets are no longer with me. And every single one of them, I think about them every day. And as soon as my first pet passed away, that was back in 2005, I told myself I'm never going to take any day for granted. And like I said, I had days where I was down, a lot of days. I had years when I was just down on myself and not wanting to live anymore, but those are the guys who I looked forward to seeing all the time. And my YouTube was sort of like my way of doing something productive and kind of reaching out to people, and that's why I answer every comment because I know there's someone behind the computer screen, and we don't have to talk about cars or whatever hobby I talk about in my videos. I do appreciate and I do read every single comment. Like when you guys are down about something and you just sort of mention it, I read those. And the person who mentioned that you went back 2 years to watch the video about my dog, you recently lost a pet. I feel your pain, man. And it means a lot to me that you remember that video. So if you got this far, always feel free in the comments to talk about life. Drop me a line. I'm always listening to you guys. You guys mean a lot to me. You guys, I thought I was a guy just making random videos on YouTube. I never thought anyone would watch me. And the fact that, you know, I talk to a lot of you guys about life, that's crazy to me because I'm not a super social person. At the same time, though, the last couple of years, I've been trying to open up more, and I've been trying to like cut out all the negativity. And I know I'm repetitive. This is off script, no script here. I'm just speaking from the heart, but I can't stress enough how much better your life is going to be when you cut out the negative influences. I miss John Jr. a lot. That's the worst thing that happened in 2018 for me. Other than that, I approach life a lot more positively now, and it made a big change. I don't think I would have met a great person like Brooke if I didn't approach this year with the mentality that I approached it with. Just be positive. Don't be such a downer. You know, your energy tends to attract, you know, like-minded individuals. So everyone, Happy New Year. By the time you see this, it'll probably be close to New Year or on the verge of it. So be safe out there, everyone. I look forward to interacting with you guys in 2019.